The SHT show next door. A real-life tale of family, neglect, and redemption. I'm Sarah, a pissed-off 30-year-old stuck in this cozy suburban hellhole with my husband and our little tornado, Jason. So, picture this. A freaking sunny Saturday morning. And there's this massive moving truck parked next door. My nosy arse is glued to the window, watching this family unpack. And let me tell you, it's a SHT show. Karen, the mom, is playing Queen Bee, bossing around the movers like they're her damn servants. Meanwhile, her two brats are running wild. Timmy's sucking up to Karen like his life depends on it, bombarding her with questions and demands. And poor Sam. Well, he might as well be invisible. Every time he tries to join in, he gets shut down faster than you can say F off. Later that goddamn day, I'm out in the backyard setting up this effing play tent for Jason when Sam, bless his poor neglected soul, wanders over. The kid's eyes light up like he's just discovered the Holy Grail, and he mumbles some SHT about joining in. Of course you can, I say, plastering on my best fake smile. Jason, check it out. Sam's here. Wanna play superheroes with him? Jason's all over it, dragging Sam into the tent like it's the best thing since sliced bread. As the boys dive into their little make-believe world, I try to make small talk with Sam. So, you guys just moved in, huh? How's it going? The poor kid shrugs, looking like he's about to burst into tears. It's okay, I guess. I just miss my old friends, he mumbles. My heart breaks a little as I try to reassure him. Making new friends can be a bee, but hey, at least you've got Jason now. And maybe your SHT bag brother will join in one of these days. Sam's expression falls, and I feel like punching a wall. This kid deserves so much better than this bull SHT. Yeah, maybe. But Timmy's usually got his head up his own arse with other SHT, Sam mutters, sounding defeated as hell. And before we can continue our chat, Karen, the neglectful mother of the year, calls out from their damn porch, summoning Sam like he's her effing servant. Over the next few weeks, I witness more of this effed up family dynamic. Karen's out here parading Timmy around like he's the second coming of Christ, taking him to fancy arse movies and museums, and even signing him up for some bougie soccer league. Meanwhile, poor Sam's stuck at home or pawned off on some babysitter. One day, I overhear a snippet of their conversation from my window, and it's enough to make my blood boil. Karen, why the F can't I go to the soccer games too? Sam's voice is hopeful, but you can hear the resignation creeping in. And what does Karen say? Timmy needs me there to support him, Sam. You know how effing important this season is for him. Maybe next time, okay? It's like she's kicking the poor kid while he's already down. The way Karen shut Sam down was like a slap in the face, but he just took it like a goddamn punching bag, shoulders slumped in defeat. That SHT didn't sit right with me and the hubby, so we washed it out that night. It was crystal clear Sam was getting the SHT end of the stick compared to his golden boy brother, and we weren't about to let it slide. We made a pact to keep a closer eye on things, not just because we're nosy as hell, but because we couldn't stand to see that poor kid getting shafted. So, our casual observations turned into full-on surveillance. We were on a mission to make sure Sam felt seen and valued, even if it was just by us. I caught Sam sitting outside again, looking like a lost puppy, and I couldn't take it. Hey, Sam. What the hell are you doing out here all alone? I demanded, trying to keep my cool. I'm waiting for Mom and Timmy, he mumbled, like it was the most normal thing in the world. Gotta admit, that kid deserved better than this. They went to some fancy arse movie premiere and left poor Sam out in the effing cold, I muttered to myself, feeling my blood boil as I glanced at the neglected kid huddled on the steps without a coat. It wasn't just the damn chill that pissed me off. It was the fact that this little dude was left stranded outside as night crept in. Come on, Sam. You can't just sit out here freezing your arse off, I snapped, pulling him inside our place. I whipped up some goddamn hot chocolate for the boys and watched them play video games, trying to lift Sam's spirits. But he was quieter than a damn cemetery. You okay, buddy? You've been awfully quiet tonight, I prodded, feeling a pang of anger at the thought of what this poor kid had to endure. The SHT Sam dropped hit me like a ton of bricks. I always eat after Mom and Timmy. I usually get whatever's left, he mumbled, and I felt my heart crack open. How the F could any parent play favorites like this? The thought of Sam scavenging for scraps while his brother got the royal treatment made my blood boil. And your clothes, Sam. Do you even like them? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. But his response hit me like a sucker punch. These were Timmy's. Most of my clothes are. I get his old stuff, he admitted, looking like he wanted to disappear. I made damn sure Sam ate his fill before anyone else at dinner, desperate to see him smile for once. But the happiness was short-lived, overshadowed by the looming confrontation with Karen that I knew was coming. After dinner, I watched Jason and Sam dive back into their game, their laughter a brief escape from the weight of the bull SHT happening next door. After I tucked Jason into bed, I plopped my arse down at the kitchen table, seething with frustration, planning my goddamn speech for Karen. It had to be crystal effing clear, direct as a punch to the gut, but with a hint of understanding. I couldn't let Sam spend another night feeling like he was worth less than a sack of SHT compared to Timmy. The next morning, I spotted Karen pulling into the driveway, and I took a deep breath, ready to unleash my pent-up rage. "Morning, Karen. We need to talk about something important," I spat out, feeling my blood boil. She arched an eyebrow, a fake arse smile plastered on her face. "What's it about, Sarah?" she asked, her tone dripping with fake concern. "It's about Sam. I found him locked out last night, freezing his arse off," I snapped, not mincing my words. "He mentioned he's often left outside, eating scraps and wearing hand-me-downs all the damn time." What the F, Karen? But instead of owning up to her SHTTY parenting, she immediately went on the defensive, her voice rising like a goddamn siren. "I'm doing my best, Sarah. You don't understand the SHT show I'm dealing with. Timmy has his needs, and Sam, he's just more resilient," she spat out, air quoting like a effing amateur. I clenched my fists, barely containing my rage. Shouldn't they be treated effing equally? Sam feels like a goddamn afterthought, Karen. This isn't some effing molehill. It's a goddamn mountain of neglect. But she just turned away, brushing off my concerns like they were effing gnats. Frustrated as all hell, I watched her storm off, realizing this wasn't some petty neighborly spat. This was about a goddamn child's well-being, and I wasn't about to stand by and watch it go to SHT. "Karen, we need to talk about Sam again. I'm not backing down until things change for him," I shouted after her, determined to make her face the music. "Sarah, I effing told you, you're crossing the line. It's none of your damn business how I run my household," Karen spat out, her voice dripping with venom. But I wasn't about to back down. "Bullsh, Karen. It's everyone's goddamn business when a kid is getting screwed over right next door," I shot back, my blood boiling with anger. "Sam was locked out again last night. That SHT ain't right. Sarah, just focus on your own kid and leave mine the F alone." "I know what the hell I'm doing," she snarled, trying to shut me down. But I wasn't having it. "F that, Karen. I'm not backing off until things change for Sam," I insisted, my voice rising as the tension between us escalated. Our argument was loud enough to draw the attention of the whole damn neighborhood. Just then, Mark, Karen's poor excuse for a husband, walked over with a look of confusion plastered on his face. "What's all this SHT about?" he asked, clearly clueless. "Nothing, Mark. Just Sarah being a nosy bee again," Karen lied, trying to downplay the situation. But I wasn't about to let her off the hook that easily. "It's about Sam, Mark," I interrupted, my tone sharp. "He's getting effed over, left out in the cold, while Timmy gets the royal treatment." Mark's eyes darted between Karen and me, his face betraying a hint of concern. Finally, someone was starting to see the goddamn truth of it all. "Is this effing true, Karen?" I demanded, my voice dripping with frustration and anger. "Sarah's blowing SHT out of proportion." "It's not effing like that," Karen shot back defensively, trying to deflect blame. "Bullshit. I'm not messing around here. Ask any of the neighbors. Better yet, ask Sam," I retorted, my patience wearing thin as the tension in the air became palpable. The commotion drew the attention of our nosy arse neighbors, who peeked out from their windows and doorways, eager for some juicy drama. Karen's face turned as red as a effing tomato as she realized all eyes were on her. "This is goddamn ridiculous, Sarah. You're making a effing scene over nothing," Karen spat, attempting to brush off my concerns. "Nothing. Are you SHDing me, Karen? Why the hell does Sam have to wait outside? Why the F doesn't he get to do the same SHT Timmy does?" I fired back, my voice rising with every word. "Because Timmy's so freaking special. Sam needs his mom just as much, if not more." Mark, Karen's sorry excuse for a husband, finally stepped in, his voice lowered to a stern whisper. "We'll freaking discuss this at home, Karen," he said firmly. Karen stormed off, shooting me a glare that could effing melt steel. But Mark lingered, his gaze softening as he finally seemed to grasp the gravity of the situation. "About damn time. Thanks for effing letting me know, Sarah. I haven't been around much. I didn't realize." Mark trailed off, his guilt evident in his voice. "It's not just today, Mark. It's been going on for a goddamn while," I retorted, my frustration bubbling over. He nodded slowly, a mix of regret and concern clouding his expression, before silently trailing after Karen back into their house. I turned to see a few neighbors nodding in approval, while others whispered among themselves, their gossip spreading like wildfire. It was crystal clear that the issue had struck a nerve within our community. Inside, Jason and Sam remained oblivious to the adult SHT show unfolding, lost in their world of video games and laughter. The stark effing contrast between their innocent joy and the effed up adult drama was downright heartbreaking. "Mom, can Sam stay for dinner again? We're having pizza," Jason piped up, his pure enthusiasm momentarily lifting the heavy weight on my chest. I managed to smile, my heart heavy with the situation, yet warmed by Jason's genuine friendship. "Of course he can. Let's set up an extra plate." That effing night, after Sam finally went home and Jason was snoring away, I lay there, seething, with Sam's effing face burning in my mind. My goddamn resolve hardened like a rock. This SHT wasn't just about some petty neighborly disputes anymore. It was about standing the F up for a kid who had nobody else in his corner. I didn't give a flying F about Karen's backlash. I was dead set on making sure Sam got the love and attention he deserved. With the community's eyes finally pried open, a surge of responsibility washed over me like a tidal wave, and a plan started forming in my head. The battle for Sam's well-being was just getting started, and I was ready to take on whatever the hell came my way. "Did you hear about that SHT show with Karen and Sarah?" I overheard at the neighborhood block party, the gossip spreading like wildfire. "Yeah, it's effing about time someone stood the hell up. Poor Sam always gets the short end of the stick." The air was thick with conversation. Whispers and nods all pointed towards Karen's goddamn apartment. I freaking stood there, surrounded by a group of parents, finally airing out the dirty laundry. "Sarah, you're a goddamn hero. I've seen Karen chauffeuring Timmy to his karate classes, but never once questioned why the F Sam wasn't tagging along. Thanks for bringing this SHT to light. But it's not just about me. It's about all of us stepping the hell up for Sam." I pitched in, suggesting we start some sort of neighborhood watch, a support network for Sam when Karen's too busy jerking around with Timmy. "That's effing brilliant. Count me the hell in. We'll take turns having him over, especially after school." As the community banded together, Mark rolled back into town from yet another effing business trip. He pulled me aside during the block party, his face dead serious. "I need to have a serious talk with you about Karen and those damn boys. I've been hearing some wild arse SHT. We're all starting to see the effed up truth, Mark. Once you've got your eyes on it, you can't unsee that SHT. Thanks for finally catching on, Sarah. I can't always be around, and it looks like I've been missing a big piece of the SHTTY puzzle. Mark, it's not just about showing up physically. Karen's got to change her whole effing approach to parenting Sam. I know. I'm going to lay down the law with her. This bull SHT can't go on." With the community's support growing, I decided to take charge and organize a meeting at the local community center. Neighbors signed up for specific days to look after Sam, get him involved in activities, or help with his damn homework. The sense of community responsibility was thick as F, a stark slap in the face to the isolation Karen had created around herself and Timmy. During one of those afternoons, while Sam was at our place getting his arse kicked in board games by Jason, I clocked Karen peeping from her window. Her face wasn't pissed, more like she finally got hit with a big old dose of reality, maybe even a hint of regret. The following week, Mark swung by to fill me in. We chilled on the porch, keeping tabs on Jason and Sam as they effed around with a soccer ball. I had a chat with Karen. It was rough. She's agreed to start therapy. There's a ton we need to unpack. That's a damn good start, Mark. It's going to be a game changer for all of you, especially for Sam. And hey, thanks, Sarah. Seeing the hood band together like this gives me some effing hope that SHT can turn around. It's going to get better, Mark. Already seeing it happen. Just look at those two." I nodded toward the boys, laughing and playing like the world wasn't a steaming pile of crap. As the days rolled by and morphed into weeks, the hood underwent some subtle yet damn significant transformations. Karen started showing her face at some of the community shindigs, awkward as hell at first, but slowly letting her guard down. Sam? That kid looked like he'd found the goddamn elixir of happiness. His vibe was brighter, more alive, and this new routine with the neighbors. It was like the best effing therapy money couldn't buy. The whole block pitching in had lit a fire under their RCs, sparking a change that went way beyond just keeping an eye on a kid. It was about reshaping a family, throwing support where it was effing needed, and proving that when family dropped the ball, the community could swoop in and pick it up. Karen. Well, her journey had just kicked off, but she'd taken those first damn steps. all thanks to the vigilant eyes and open hearts of those around her. We gotta chat, Karen. What's going down with Sam ain't cool, and people are starting to take notice. Mark, what the F are you all worked up about? I'm busting my arse here. You're best. Sam's getting screwed, and it's plain for all to see. I can't effing sit back and watch this circus anymore. So, what? You think you're the goddamn parent of the year? That I ain't pulling my weight? I'm saying Sam deserves the same goddamn love and attention as Timmy. It ain't rocket science, Karen. It's about being effing fair. I just don't know if I can change this SHT. Well, if you won't, then I gotta do what's best for our sons. Mark's words hung in the air like a damn guillotine as he stormed out, his decision carved in stone. The next day, the gossip mill churned with the news that Mark had filed for divorce and was gunning for custody of both kids. It was a goddamn drastic move, one that sent shockwaves through our tight-knit community, driving home the severity of the situation. At the damn park, Sam frolicked under the hawk-eyed gaze of the neighborhood parents, his laughter ringing out louder and his smiles more radiant than ever. Karen lurked in the shadows, her loneliness practically oozing out of her pores. Sarah, I never meant for SHT to spiral like this. It's not about what you meant, Karen. It's about what Sam needed. You still got a shot to fix this mess. Feels like I've lost everything. Not everything. You can still be in their lives, but SHT's got to change. As weeks dragged on, Karen's visits became more frequent, her efforts more visible. She started actually engaging with Sam, showing up to his soccer games and school stuff, even though the custody battle was still a effing mess. Mark and I effing sat there, eyes glued to the kids from some nearby bench one goddamn afternoon. It's been a SHT show, Sarah, but I think we're finally heading in the right damn direction. About effing time. Sam's smiling more, and Karen, well, she's putting in some effort, at least. Yeah, let's hope we can get this co-parenting SHT down for the boys' sake. The community stepping up to protect one of its own had sparked a damn revolution, not just in Karen, but in our neighborhood's collective sense of responsibility. As I watched Jason and Sam tear up the playground, their laughter echoing, I knew that despite the obstacles, our community had come out on top. We weren't just neighbors anymore. We were a goddamn family, sticking together and standing up for what the F mattered.